going on, everybody? And once again, this is Mr. Spann coming to you live and direct from Detroit. And once again, this is Spann TV. Today I want to talk about a couple things. It was a story. We all know about what happened to Darian Albert, and the boy in Chicago, 16-year-old kid, went to Finger High School. When he was basically beaten to death in the streets of Chicago, and the public outrage it was for what happened to him, rightfully so. I recently came across I had come across an article. It was on Fox News Chicago, and they were explaining how they obtained the video and everything. And the guy that shot that video sold it to them for $250. And he had been shopping that video around to other media outlets in the Chicago area. And it, I don't know, I mean, it's almost like, okay, you haven't, you would like to think that he had, noble reasons for doing so, but then when you hear that, okay, this video is being shopped around, that I'm calling other news media outlets and I want money for this video, rather than just, if you were doing it to bring light to the situation, that's one thing, but when you're doing it to, it almost seems like you're profiting on somebody else's pain, and, you didn't even get much for it, $250. That's crazy in itself. But there was another story that I've just recently become aware of. It was about it was a 15-year-old girl in Richmond, California, that was gang raped by up to 7 guys. And the way the reports are going right now, that some of them could have been videotaping it on their cell phones. They're saying up to 12 people stood by and watched it happen. If you're not familiar with the story, I got a clip of it here. Just check this out.
The crime itself was sickening enough. A Bay Area teenager gang raped after her homecoming dance Saturday night in Richmond.
Yeah, but now police are looking for as many as a dozen people who watched it happen and did nothing. Cecilia Vega joins us now from Richmond. Cecilia, there were witnesses to this who just stood by?
As many as a dozen, potentially, police are saying, and those are the people who stood by. Police are also saying there could be as many as 7 actual rapists in this case. The police say some people actually walked by and participated in this crime. No one called police, and to make matters even worse, authorities are telling us that some of these people may have recorded this entire rape on their cell phone cameras. Police pulled this Richmond High student out of class and drove him away for questioning in connection with the rape of a fellow student during Saturday's homecoming dance. A 19-year-old who is not a student is already in custody, caught by police as he ran away from the scene. Authorities arrived as the vicious gang rape that lasted 2.5 hours was still going on. Passers-by had stopped to watch. Some even participated.
I would say we're looking between 4 and 7 active participants in sexual assault and extremely violent felonies. And then we're also suspecting there were up to a dozen people who witnessed what had happened, and their involvement is unknown.
The victim, a 15-year-old Richmond High student. She was robbed, beaten, and remains hospitalized. At least one of her attackers was someone she knew. The girl had left the dance alone around 9:30 to catch a ride from her dad. She ended up joining a group that had been drinking in an area on the edge of campus. It would have been dark and secluded at night.
The series of events that occurred over the next 2.5 hours got more severe and more vicious, to where she was ultimately gang raped, beaten, and her injuries were so severe that she had to be sent to the hospital in a helicopter.
On the first day of school since the dance, counselors were on campus to talk with students. District officials insisted Richmond High is a safe place.
But there's just so much control that one can do after that. Once they leave the sidewalk, we can't follow them home.
Police officers and school administrators were at the dance, and even though they checked the campus when the dance ended at 11 p.m., district officials say they may not have searched the area where the attack was occurring. School board members have approved a new $1 million surveillance system for the school, but not soon enough. The cameras there now don't work.
It is a safe school. 95% of the students here perform well, do what they're expected to do. But yes, do we have a part of the campus, an element here that is out of control? Yes.
Well, that 19-year-old who was arrested was Manuel Ortega. He's being held in the county jail in Martinez on suspicion of rape and robbery. And we did just learn that a second high school student was also picked up today by Richmond police. He is here being questioned right now, along with the first one that we showed you in our story. As for the victim, she remains, we're told, physically in stable condition in the hospital. In Richmond, Cecilia Vega, ABC 7 News.
Okay, now, first thing that pops in my head after hearing that story was, why is there 12 people standing around watching that? Are we that sick that, we become so voyeuristic, we want to see these train wrecks? We can't believe what's happening right in front of us. We have to pull out our cameras and videotape this. We have to document this, but at the same time, we feel no responsibility, to almost, you don't want to call them accomplices, but hell, they sure as hell didn't do anything to stop it. And it's almost like with the boy, with the guy, whoever it is that videotaped Darian Alvarez beating, sure as hell didn't do anything to stop it. We, with this whole YouTube age, this whole viral age where everybody's trying to get famous, practically for nothing, you just have to wonder, what's this really doing to us? When you got, 8 people trapping a girl in a house in Florida, when they beat that girl up, they lured her to the home and jumped on her and videotaped that so that they could put it on YouTube to embarrass her. When you've got possibly 7 dudes raping a girl and people are standing around taping it on their cell phones. When you have a guy in the middle of a street brawl taping it. I don't know, it just seems to me like, we tend to get off on seeing other people suffer. Maybe it's the whole, my life isn't all that bad when I watch this or whatever. I don't know, but it bothers me. It just bothers me. I just wonder how much further this kind of thing has to go before anybody does anything. Before we become, I don't know. Maybe we should be, we should be becoming sick of this, but it seems to me like we're becoming more immune to it. We see pain, we just change the channel. We're becoming that desensitized to a lot of things. I don't know. But yeah, I call this the money shot because, like I said, it seems to me that a lot of people are trying to capitalize off other people's pain. Whether that be someone being killed, whether that be somebody being sexually assaulted, whether that be, it doesn't even have to be about money, whether it's to assault someone's reputation, to embarrass them. We live in an opportunistic, predatory society right now. That's pretty much what it boils down to. So I'm done pontificating on this. If you have an opinion, just let me know. Shoot me a video response. Send me a text response. Look forward to hearing everybody. Thank you again for checking out Spann TV. I'll talk to you guys again. Peace.